Hey, Brooklyn Squad. How's everybody doing? I'm going to wait for a few and see if we have anybody that wants to join us, and then we're just going to go on it. I'm trying to see what year was this case, so just give me 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, it was last year, but I just want to make sure. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Katie. Katie, this case was last year, right? 2022? I want to say yeah. So what's up, Brooklyn Squad? It's your girl Jana back at again with another video. Today we are doing a reaction video on a grieving mother by the name of Barbara Hoare, who is going through some hell, y'all. Okay, and she's not the first parent who has been going through hell. She won't be the last parent who has been going through hell, right? And this just shows you, right, how some of the police treat a grieving parent that has lost, or should I say, their child has been murdered. They just treat them like, throw them under the bus, like nothing happened to their child, right? And the reason I say that Miss Barbara is not the only one and she won't be the last one, because I figured, yeah, 2022, because I had so many other parents on here that have said mostly the same thing, right? Like the cops talk to them like they ain't shit. They can't get no help at all. It's very strange. Like no one wants to help them, period. When it comes to the law enforcement, the police, the investigators, the damn, the lawyers, like nobody wants to help them. So that's why I said Miss Barbara ain't gonna be the last mother that's grieving, going through this. And she ain't the first parent that's grieving, going through this. We had so many on here and we've heard so many similar stories where parents have said, listen, I don't get no help from the police. They talk to me like I'm a piece of crap. My child is missing or my child is deceased, and they talk to me like they don't give a damn. And that's really sad. And it should never, ever happen. Never, ever, ever. So I'm sorry she has to go through that. And I'm sorry that any parent or anybody in general that has lost someone that they love and who is fighting to get justice and is being dismissed by law enforcement. I'm sorry you all, whoever is going through it, I am so sorry you're going through that. And then they wonder why they come to social media. Then the police wants to shut them up. You're putting too much on the internet. Stop saying too much. Like they told Jelani Day's mother. Try to shut her up, get her away from the internet. Wonder why. So today we're going to be doing a reaction video and we're going to be talking about Timmy Dee. I like that name, Timmy D. It's a got a little catch to it, you know? And he went missing as of Katie said February 28th of, well, it's 2224 now here, but so it's been like 2 years now. It would have been a year, but we just came in. It's gonna be 2 years, right? So we just came into a new year. Hey, Arctic Fox, it's D's, so it's Timmy D's. Thank you, Arctic Fox, because y'all know me and names. It's just so messed up. And let me make sure I put that on the paper, because I put DEE. That's how I saw it on Google. Okay. D's. Okay, thank y'all so much. And it's no disrespect to the family. If you are gonna take a look at this video, a lot of family members know they know it's no harsh feelings. It's no harsh when I'm saying names wrong. It's no disrespect. I can't pronounce certain names. So I just want to put that out there. Everybody else know, but sometimes we get new people that don't know, and I just want to put that out there. Okay? I am actually I'm doing a reaction video on Arctic Fox. I found your video, so I'm going to do reaction video to Arctic Fox's video. Matter of fact, Katie, can you do me a quick favor and put Arctic Fox's description in the Arctic Fox's link in the description? For those that come in, I want them to go to his channel, take a look at it. Please subscribe to Arctic Fox. He always doing the work, baby, okay? Please go take a look at him. He will be here tomorrow as well. I have un, un, Unsolved, who was here on my channel before, and y'all loved it when him and Arthur Fox joined, and we are joining forces again to do some crime cases tomorrow. I'm going to do the thumbnail later on, so be here tomorrow. We got a lot of cases to cover, and I got some content creators that's joined me, and Arthur Fox is one of them. So, this young man, his mother was in the comments a few days ago, and she was telling us bits and pieces. And I actually thought I had covered her case with someone else that was working cases with me, and we was covering a lot, but it wasn't her case. Okay. I mistaken. It was somebody else that they found. And it's just they just found another case, but it wasn't her. So I apologize to that. So when the mother was saying, this happened in Missouri, her son goes missing and he's with some friends. I'm just going to tell a little quick thing, and then we're going to watch Arthur Fox, and then we're going to watch someone else that broke it down really good as well. When she told us this, it gave me itchies. It bothers me because it where he was located really gave me the creeps. So he goes missing, but before this happens, he's with a couple of his friends. And he calls the police because his friend is threatening him. Now, I don't know what kind of friend this is for your own friend to be threatening you. That just don't sound right. Okay? And next thing you know, he missing. But where he was located at was on the judge's property. And that's what bothers me, right? Because he was located on the judge's property. This one is special to you. Oh, okay. I was the first to cover it. His poor mom still isn't getting any help from law enforcement. So this is a special case to you, Artist Fox? Okay. See, I'm glad you said that because I was telling somebody certain case we love all we have a passion for all cases that us content creators cover, right? But sometimes you get those certain cases, right, that are dearly to your heart. So I'm glad you said that, Artix Fox. And this is one case that is very close to your heart. Okay, we're gonna jump right in to Arctic Fox's video because his mother, I believe, is on there, and I want to hear everything. I haven't heard no other podcasts. I did hear someone talking a little bit about it, and I stopped it because I wanted to watch it with y'all. But since this is a reaction video, I like to watch it with you guys, and I didn't see Arctic Fox's video. But I know Katie said he did an interview with the mother. We're going to go into that right now. And then we're going to stop it, talk about it, and talk about what his mother said also. This is sad. God, what is going on with this thing?
For those of you who are new here,
oh, wait a minute.
Go ahead and please click the like button as well as the subscribe button. We've got Miss Barbara Hall with us,
and I did hit the like button.
Or Timmy Dee's mother. And we want to talk about some corruption that's going on in Missouri, some sketchy stuff that is going on, and how they are still not giving Timmy the justice that he deserves. So, Barbara, I'm going to hand you the floor and let you tell your story.
Okay, well, we know that Timmy came up missing on February the 28th. And he made a 911 call at 4:40 in the morning and said that his friend was threatening him. Well, months went by. I mean, I don't even know where to begin, honestly. The sheriff did not. She said she didn't even know he was missing until March the 13th when I made the missing person report on March 1st. But the missing person report was made out of Jefferson County because that's where I live. But then I found out that Timmy was in Fredericktown and he made a 911 call. I was told that his friend was threatening him. First, I was told that by his friend that said that Timmy was paranoid and he thought somebody was chasing him and that he was trying to get Timmy to come back. Well, I got 10 different stories from Caleb. He's never offered to help find Timmy. Then I got the report of the 911 call on June the 17th saying that his friend was threatening him. So I asked the police about that. They said, well, if drugs was involved, you don't know what happened. And I'm like, well, this guy Trevor got arrested when the police came to the home. When Timmy made the 911 call, I asked him where Caleb and this Mike Busking was at that time. And they said in the house. Well, I don't know if they were in the house. I said, who's saying that they were in the house? And they said, well, they did. And I said, oh, so Timmy's word doesn't mean anything because he's not here to defend himself. But Trevor Holland, Caleb Nanny, and Mike Busking's story that Timmy was running is gospel. I don't really understand that. So they found Timmy on the 21st. They were going to do a pinging to the phone and some other things to Timmy's phone. Well, they told me they were going to do that 2 days prior to finding Timmy. Called him 4 days later, and they said they weren't going to do that anymore because they found the body.
Yeah.
The first story I got was that he ran out of his shoes. And I said, well, if Timmy would have ran out of his shoes, I said, Timmy, and nobody was chasing him. I know Timmy well enough to know, because I just cleaned Timmy's shoes with him with an old toothbrush because he was real weird about his shoes. And he would have stopped and put his shoes back on. And they said, well, we don't think that's what happened. We think the current took his shoes off. And I'm like, well, if the current took his shoes off, then where's the phone? Well, we think the current took the phone. I said, so if the current took his phone, why would it, and the current was that powerful to take his shoes off? Why is his shoe still there?
Yeah, exactly. Because the phone weighs more than the shoes do. And not only that, but this was a dry creek bed that he was found in. There wouldn't have been a current strong enough to carry anything off.
Yes. And the very first story I was told was that he just laid down and froze and died. Well, I
What?
looked at the weather that day. It was 44 degrees when he made the 911 call. It got up to 65 degrees that day.
Yeah, and in the period of time that he was gone.
Okay, let's stop for a minute. Hold up. This is already creepy. Okay. He calls his friend. I mean, he calls 911 and tells them his friend is threatening him. And they had the nerve to tell her something about drugs. It had to be about drugs or some shit like that. What the fuck did they just say? Why does everything got to be about drugs? Okay, I heard what kind of life. I guess his friend or him had a type of lifestyle, but that shouldn't even matter. That shouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? What he was into, really. I hate when they do that shit. And where was they located? Like, where was they going? Was they going to a party? Was they hanging out somewhere? Like, his friend was threatening him. Like, where were they? Let me just keep listening. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I gotta keep stopping and. They tried to say the 911 call wasn't recorded and the story we kept changing. Interesting. Or 911 calls are recorded. Exactly. Exactly. They
It
insane.
really never dipped below the 40s, honestly. So where they were getting that he just succumbed, he overdosed and
Why
he
is this
passed
like
out and
that?
he died. I don't buy that because his phone was gone. And guys, I've got something I want to show you. I'm going to take Timmy's picture down for a second because it gets even weirder. Hold on one second.
Why is this thing? Oh, here we go.
Now, I am no police officer. I'm not a private investigator, but it would be kind of hard for someone that died on the 28th of February to check into Fredericktown, Missouri on the 27th of March. I'm just saying. So you tell me, unless someone had his phone checking in on Facebook, how do you explain that?
Well, now if you go back on his Facebook page, everything, all of his other check-ins are still there, but not the Fredericktown one. So they had to go on back on there and remove that.
Oh yeah, I know. Which I'm glad that someone had the wherewithal to take a screenshot of that because it's evidence, and the police aren't even taking it as evidence. You've said that you've talked to one of the
I went
officers.
there.
Yeah,
I went there and showed them that. I went to
What?
Popper Bluff to the Highway Patrol's office and showed them that.
and they're giving you the runaround.
Oh, I'm getting the runaround everywhere I go.
Oh my
It's like
goodness.
they pretty much told me they found his body. I need to be happy and be done.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing is now that they found his body, even Tim's dad is like all buddy with these law enforcement people because they found Tim. And he's not wanting to go and make them do a second independent autopsy. He's ready to just bury Tim without finding out the truth of what happened to him. And keep in mind, this is the same county where people who are rolled up in rugs in attics get a suicide death certificate. So, there's a lot of sketch that goes on in this county. And once I get a little stronger, I'm going to be bringing a lot of families on, including Barbara, to talk about all the corruption, all the shady shit that has happened in this county.
I said the same thing, Arctic Fox. I'm going to do the same thing.
Jeff Johnson told me, well, I've been working with you from day one. I've been talking to Timmy's dad and working with you. And I'm like, you've been talking to Timmy's dad. You've talked to me a few times. I said, you don't want to talk to me. It's like he doesn't want to talk to me. He said, well, I've been working hard on this case. I've been working on it since I got it. And I said, well, you really didn't get on the case. You didn't do anything until April the 12th. You got involved with Katie and did a search on April the 12th. But I can go back and tell you, we did a search on.
So they're not together. They must be separated.
March. I went on the 13th of March and got permission slips from all the landowners. Did another search on March 15th. They did not do any search until April 12th. And there was like 6 searches done altogether. If we added them all up, there was 6 searches.
That's it.
Yeah, and this is a county where there's been already 2 suicides. They were deemed suicides, and then they were overturned by independent autopsy.
Absolutely.
So, it's nuts. And guys, I'll drop it again. There is a GoFundMe that Barbara has to get an independent autopsy done. Sadly, an independent autopsy runs in excess of $5,000. And I really, if you can afford it, even donate 20, 5, 10, whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it if you'd help out with this, because we need to get an independent autopsy done on Tim, because the corruption in Missouri is real, guys, especially in Madison County, but I'm seeing it all over the state of Missouri.
And Timmy's dad told me, well, the funeral home called me yesterday and told me that they're going to release Timmy's body to his dad this coming Wednesday, and his dad's going to bury him whether I like it or not.
Yeah, I mean, and it should be one of those deals where all parties involved need to agree in order for the body to be released for burial. It shouldn't just be Tim's call. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't make any sense that he is the hear all, see all, be all when it comes to what's going to happen with Tim's remains.
One night, Thomas, I sat at that courthouse all the time, every day.
I know.
Every day it didn't rain, I was at the courthouse.
I know. You were there. You were like the post office. Rain, sleet, snow, or whatever it was doing, you were at that damn courthouse.
I got froze to sunburned.
Yeah, exactly. And for Tim to be making the calls when it was you that was out there fighting for your son is a little ridiculous to me.
Yeah, and then the Highway Patrol told me, well, on June the 6th, the Highway Patrol went to Marquand in Madison County, to a small town. We had gotten some information that Timmy was there. Told the Highway Patrol, they went in there with no warrants, no nothing, and searched. Then they were there. They were in Fredericktown on the 7th of June, and they had helicopters and everything there, which doesn't make any sense why they didn't find Timmy at that time, because he was 200 yards from where he called 911. If they would have just looked for him when he called 911, unless he wasn't there all that time. But I know that shoe is awful clean. I've got a picture of the shoe. The inside of the shoe's clean. The shoe strings are clean. The shoe doesn't look right to me. something's not right with the whole picture.
Oh, there's a lot not right, especially with the check-in that y'all see on your screen and the phone being gone from Tim's body when the body was found. There's a lot that just doesn't make sense. It hasn't made sense with this case from day one. I mean, if y'all will remember when we were talking about the 911 call initially, they gave us several stories as to, oh, it wasn't recorded. First, it was because the equipment, first it was because of funding. Then the equipment got hit by lightning. And then lo and behold, we come up with the transcript of the 911 call. So there's a lot of shady shit going on in Missouri, especially.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so what is going on here? Law enforcement sees to buckle down. So his phone wasn't even by him? His phone was missing, but they're logged, his thing is logged in on Facebook. That's weird. Very weird. Shoestrings clean, shoes clean, and phone still missing. What the hell? Wow.
Yeah. And then when I questioned that, because I got the call of the 911, it says that apparently the equipment was working. And then when I questioned that, they said, well, our 911 was down.
What?
That's why it's not recorded. So first it was the tower and the equipment, the tower was down. And then it went from that to, because of the paperwork that I asked for, it shows that the tower was up. That's because I asked him, I said, well, how did you know to go to that address? If all Timmy said was that his friend was threatening him, how did you know to go to that address?
Exactly. Well, now here's the deal. As far as going and getting pictures, there's nothing to really photograph. But by the time they found Tim, it was just skeletal remains, unfortunately. And that's why they're giving Barbara the runaround, saying, oh, we can't do a toxicology or anything because it's just bones.
Yeah, they said there was no skin or hair. I don't know how that works. I asked them if they could do bone marrow since you want to say drugs were involved. I said, you want to say drugs were involved? Okay, maybe drugs were involved. I don't know. Look, boy, can you prove that Timmy was on drugs to me, please? And then it went from that to, well, Caleb and Mike Busking. I said, where were they when Trevor got arrested? Because you came back hours later and arrested Caleb. Why didn't you arrest Caleb when you arrested Trevor? He had warrants too. And
hey,
they said,
Julie.
well, he was in the house with Mike Busking. I said, well, if he was in the house, how do we know that? Because they told us.
Yeah, they're taking these meth heads and these cookers' word over a family that is going through the most severe pain that they could even imagine, and that's the problem. I'm really trying not to make accusations against law enforcement, but it seems like these drug dealers are in the back pockets of Madison County law enforcement. It really does.
Well, then I was told when I went to the highway patrol.
Hey, mamita.
And that was, I can tell you the day I went.
And it also doesn't make any sense for there not to be any hair, because he was there. Let's see, they found him in July. He went missing in February. So we're talking about 5 months. There are bodies pulled up out of the ground that still have hair after 20 years. So it doesn't make any sense for there not to be any hair there.
Well, when I went to the highway patrol, which was August the 12th, and I asked all these questions, and I talked to him about, why do you say that Caleb and Mike Busking's story is the truth? They said, because, well, first, in the very beginning, if you remember this, Caleb kept telling me that Mike Busking was in the house and was asleep the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, now the story's changed. Caleb woke Mike Busking up and had Timmy on speakerphone and was saying that Timmy was running and they could hear him running on ice, they think, and kept telling Timmy nobody was chasing him to come back. I said, well, how do you know that? Well, that's because that's what Mike Busking and Caleb told us. I'm like, really?
Wow. Wow. Hey, Cindy, I want to sincerely give you my condolences. I did see your chat, and my condolences on your loss. I can't even begin to imagine.
Oh, geez, another loss. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I mean, they have handled this case piss poor from day one. They haven't made any effort to try to find Timmy. And quite frankly, I think the only reason they found him is because they stumbled upon him. They weren't looking for him. So,
well, from what I understand, they did have a plan, and they've looked at a map and decided to look for him. I kind of believe they got tired of looking at me at the courthouse.
Sure.
But on the 12th of August, when I went to the Highway Patrol, I actually went by the coroner's office in Fredericktown before I went to the Highway Patrol in Poplar Bluff to their office.
Yes, Katie. Yeah, because I did see another person talking about this case, breaking it down, and I did see like they was in a field, so I want to show y'all that too. So we might see clothes and stuff like that. All right. So I want to show y'all that.
Office. And when I got there, Jeff Johnson, the Highway Patrol guy, says to me, well, I heard you went to the corners. And that kind of caught me off guard. It's like, well, how did you know? Why is that important that you know that? I'm his mother. Yeah, of course I went to the corners to see if anything came in yet. So did the coroner call the Highway Patrol and tell him I was there? Why is that important?
It shouldn't be important, and you have every right to be hounding the coroner for the results of that autopsy.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, the coroner was very nice. I asked him specifically. I said, if you can't answer this question, I understand. I said, but can you tell me if you had all of Timmy's body? And he said, yes, ma'am, we do. And I said, okay. So then when I got to the Highway Patrol, they tried to say that he wasn't all there, and that why did I go to the corners? And I felt like I was being scolded, to be honest with you, by Jeff Johnson. He's just scolding me like I was some kind of little kid. I can't say he yelled at me, but the way he was talking to me. And then he said, you called me one time at 11:30 at night. I said, yes, I did, sir. I said, I did call you at 11:30 at night because somebody called me and told me they thought they found a body. I said, I did not know what to do with that information other than call you. And he said, don't you ever call me at 11:30 at night again and wake me up. And then the next day he called me, got on me again. It's like, wow, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can do but apologize.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And here's the thing, it's law enforcement's fucking job. They're supposed to be there to help the loved ones of missing family members, and fuck whatever time of night it is. That's why they get paid to do the job that they do. And they know what they signed up for when they went into that line of work. And they have treated you like pure shit since day one. You guys, some of these cops even flipped her off when she was trying to ask them questions to get to the bottom of what happened to her son. It's absolutely absurd.
Well, it's pretty obvious that Jeff Johnson doesn't like me, and that's okay. He doesn't have to like me. All I want to know is what happened to my son. You found him, and I'm so appreciative that you found him.
Shame.
But what happened to him? It's like they found him now, and the case is closed, and we're done. And they told me I just need to. Oh, this is what Jeff Johnson told me when I was there. He said, well, Don't you want to just believe
Shame.
that he fell down and he died and nothing bad happened to him or nobody did anything bad to him? I said, I want to know the truth. I would hope whoever did something bad to him that he didn't see it coming, because I wouldn't want to think that my son went through trauma.
Right,
and
right.
It was just crazy. I couldn't believe he even said that to me.
No, that's God.
That's crazy.
And God, it takes a lot to make me speechless, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Timmy had gotten, well, okay, you had gotten told by people that Timmy had been beaten to death with a baseball bat.
Correct.
And so that's something else that needs to be explored. Have you seen his remains at all? Okay, have you physically looked at his remains?
No.
That's something that you might ask to do, that you need a moment alone with your son so that you can look at his remains and just examine them for yourself. Because if that skull shows any signs of trauma, that's going to be very telling.
Well, I know they asked for his dental records.
Yeah, I know. I had that information long before the body was found, and I couldn't say anything, obviously, because I didn't want to interfere with the investigation. But yeah.
Well, it sounds like to me, Tom, there's no investigation anymore.
Well, sadly, that's what it sounds like. I mean, he just laid down, took a nap, and died. I mean,
and I should just go with that and believe that and move on.
Well,
right,
and that's the
she
thing.
said
You
that.
shouldn't.
Yep,
I mean, and no parent should. When you've got all this shit that points.
She sure did say that, Julie, the other day. Yes, she did. That they put the tooth back, and how foul is that? And disrespectful is that? Right, Katie. Right, that too. Right. I meant to put what she has said. Right. What the hell? After I watched this interview a few days ago from what Barbara said that other night, and the tooth was clean compared to the other, there is definitely some foul play, definitely some cover up, some wicked shit going on.
To foul play, you need to have that independent autopsy, if nothing else, just to give you peace of mind, to give you closure. And if they're right, then so be it. But I would rather you err on the side of caution, because if someone did this to Tim, if someone killed Timmy, then not only you, but Timmy deserves justice for what happened to him.
Absolutely. And when he said to me that wouldn't I like to just believe he laid down and died and nobody did anything to him, I just didn't. I had no words.
Yeah, I mean,
but where
like
were
I said, it
they
takes
at?
a lot to make me speechless, and I've had some speechless moments
Were
tonight.
they at a
It's
house
crazy.
or no?
I
Because
mean,
he said they were chasing him.
well, since I started covering this case, I've had a lot of speechless moments. I cannot believe.
And the shoe has really got me really confused, because I have a picture of the shoe and I can send it to you if you need me to. The outside of the shoestrings are clean. There's a little dirt on the top of the shoe, but the inside of the shoe is clean.
Right, Julie. Right.
And you're telling me that Timmy sat out there for 5 months. There's no skin, no hair left in Timmy, but this shoe is in great condition. If that's the case, then we all need to go out and buy Jordan shoes.
Yeah, especially with them trying to say that he was running through the woods and stuff. Those shoes wouldn't be clean like that. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't happen. That's something else that's concerning. And, sometimes I gotta use my favorite saying, even Stevie Wonder can see that there's a problem here.
Right.
There's definitely a problem here.
I mean,
I have other things that I have been told about a guy that's actually in jail in Ohio, or it's Iowa. In Iowa, that is Caleb's cousin. The highway patrol doesn't work with me at all. I tried to give them this information. They don't even want it. That left Fredericktown 2 days after Timmy come up missing. He's in jail there now for attempted murder. And I have a statement saying that he was there when they did something to Timmy. But the highway patrol will not even listen or even look at my text or talk to me about that.
Well, yeah, and these particular people that were around that night, they're surrounded with crimes. I mean, there's murders all around them. There's drug crimes all around them. So why would they think, oh, well, he just fell down and went to sleep and died? I don't get it. I mean, I don't. And the fact that his so-called best friend, in all the time that Timmy was missing, didn't make a single freaking attempt to try to find him, that speaks volumes too.
Oh, well, Caleb did come up to the courthouse one day, and I ran into Caleb's arms, and I'm not going to lie. I fell into his arms and I cried like a baby. And I said, Caleb, please, if you know anything, please tell me. There was absolutely no emotion from Caleb. He sat down at the courthouse, and I have a friend that was sitting there with me at the time. And he said, I just want you to know that Trevor's a family man. I go, really? A family man that shoots meth and heroin? I said, that doesn't sound like a family man to me. Caleb didn't say anything. And I said, well, what about this Mike busking? He said, well, he dated my mom. And I said, well, how did he treat your mom? And he said, well, my mom's difficult. Then he sat there for about 2 more minutes, and he got up and left. He did not offer to help me find Timmy, nothing. But the girlfriend, Caleb's girlfriend, was in the van with the kids across the street at the barber shop and took a picture of that. And then Caleb's sister got on Facebook and started saying, well, look, my brother was there. He was trying to support you. I said, yeah, you can say that if you want. I said, but you weren't sitting there during the conversation, so you have no idea what was said. And why was that picture taken? Why did Caleb's girlfriend take that picture to put out there to make it look like Caleb's trying to support me?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Darkness Exposed dropped a link in the chat. I've got it highlighted there. They are doing experiments now to do toxicology through bone marrow. So that is apparently an option now.
Or I was told his teeth, or I don't know if his eyes are there, but his eyes, his teeth, his fingernails, I was told they could do that through that. I don't know.
Well, I know that they can test for arsenic and stuff through the fingernails for sure. I don't know what all they can test through that. Again, I'm not a toxicologist, but I can imagine they'd be able to test quite a bit. Why don't you tell us about how many murders are associated with this Mike Busking dude?
I don't even know. I just know that he's been cooking meth since he was 9 years old.
How many people were found dead at his house? Isn't that where Durante was found?
No, that was James Wade's house.
Okay, that was James Wade's house. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
But they're all associated with each other, all them people.
Wow.
And then, it's really sad because I have met so many great people in that small town, and it's a cute little town. I mean, it really is. And I've met, you would not believe the good people I met there. And it's sad that they came up to me. And I did go to the commissioner and got on the agenda. And I sat down with them and I asked them, I said, there's a lot of people that talk to me here, and good people that want their town back. And they said the town's being taken over by drugs. I said, do you need me to write the addresses down to the drug houses? Because if you need me to, I'll go do that. And they said, no. I said, well, why are people telling me they can't let their kids play in the yards because there's a drug house next door? And when they call the police do nothing about it. And I said, not to be mean, but I grew up in South St. Louis. I said, when there was a drug house, they pulled over the people that was coming out of the drug houses and got rid of the drug houses. Why is that, not happening here? And they threw it off on the catch and release program.
Well, and you see a lot of that in the smaller towns too. I mean, shoot, I live in a small town, and I can point to you the houses on the block where people are going and buying and selling drugs, and they don't do nothing about it. I mean, I don't know how we got to this point where.
So we're just gonna let the drug people take over the towns of the good people. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly. And it's a catch-22 because you've got cases out there where people are spending the rest of their fucking lives in jail because they had an ounce of weed on them. But you've got people out there getting out after 10 years for committing a murder. And then you've got it in the somewhere in between the towns like Fredericktown where they just overlook everything. Fuck it. Do what you want to do. I mean, it makes no sense.
Well, I really became pretty fond of the little town, to be honest with you, because I've made so many good friends there. I feel kind of a little part of the town. I'd like to be a solution of some of the problem. Now, I don't want to be a problem for them. I just would like to help. And I just don't even know where to start at this point. I've been told it's a catch and release thing. You can get caught for meth 20 times if you want, and you get right out.
See, that's ridiculous. I mean, and like I said, it's one of those things. It's one extreme or the other. You've got that catch and release thing, and then you've got the 3 strikes and you're out shit, where even if it's just a minor offense like marijuana and shit, 3 strikes, they'll lock you up. And it's ridiculous.
Well, what about the DWIs?
Oh, yeah.
They do more about DWIs than they do the meth, and the meth people are killing people. They're killing each other.
Yeah.
Well, Katie says the dopers can take care of the dopers. She don't want to deal with them.
Shit. And that bitch just got reelected too, didn't she?
No, she wasn't up for election.
Oh, good.
She's still in for 2 more years though. And she has not called me one time to even say she was sorry or anything.
So his friend, where did all this I'm so confused with this case because didn't one of his friends get arrested? And where are his friends now? I do not want no type of friends that he had. Shit. And where they found her son was on the judge's property. Hey, what kind of what kind of freaky what kind of mess is going on? Really? Let me look into that. Because the another guy, but we're going to finish Arden Fox's thing, and then I want to show y'all something.
Hey, Sluggy. Yeah, I mean, she owes you a world of apologies for how this case was handled. And I don't remember that one big ass cop that looks like Buford T. Justice. I don't remember his name.
Pope.
Yeah.
One that was arguing with me outside saying that I couldn't even prove my son come up missing there.
Yeah, he's the one that's been making all the Facebook posts saying everything's a bullshit lie and this and that and the other. And guys, I'm here to tell you, we're the ones living this. We know what's going on. Okay, this cop is trying to cover and save his ass, is what he's doing. But
Well,
You
it
know,
makes me wonder if he was the one that went there and didn't look for Timmy, because it seems to me that the only thing they cared about was the guy that had warrants. They didn't care to look for Timmy, and they were on the scene in 5 minutes. The police report shows that.
Really,
From that
artifacts.
911 call Timmy made, they were on the scene at that place in 5 minutes. If they would have just looked for Timmy and he was hurt or whatever, they could possibly have saved him. That's where
Right.
I'm having a problem too. I mean, my son could still be here.
Exactly. If they had taken the time
Wow.
to actually search and investigate, Timmy might still be with us. And now that he's gone, they're not even taking the time to properly investigate his death. And we're not going to allow that to happen. We have got to stand strong. We've got to demand that they do a proper investigation into Timmy's death. I need you guys, again, I'll drop that link, but I need you guys to help with this GoFundMe so we can get a second autopsy done for Timmy, because until we get that second autopsy, we're not going to have any real answers, guys.
No. And the sad thing is it's not just Timmy's gone. I'll never have grandkids. I'll never have great grandkids. I will not have a future family now. It's gone. The option is not even there for that for me anymore.
I know, Barbara, but you know what? I've talked to you and your family now, as far as I'm concerned. So you do still have family out there. All of us care about you here in the chat. And I will say something. You might, once you get over all the hurt and everything, look into becoming a foster parent, because as much love as you've got to give, I think you would make a great foster parent and possibly adopt kids later on down the road.
Yeah.
That would be great, because I love kids. I do. I love them.
That was nice of you, Artifox, to say that to
And
her.
it just saddens me to think that Timmy wanted to have a little boy and name him Michael after his brother.
Yeah.
I just feel like Timmy got preyed on, because he called out to his friend that I don't believe Timmy knew that Caleb was shooting meth for 2.5 years. I don't believe that.
No, because by all accounts, Timmy wasn't into hard drugs. Now, I know he smoked weed. I don't have a problem with that. I think 90% of America smokes weed at this point.
Right.
So, but, you know, and yeah, he was using Xanax to self-medicate after the loss of his brother. That's understandable. He wasn't like some meth head and shit. I've looked at his Facebook and stuff. He wasn't doing the hard shit, because the people that do the hard shit, they brag about it on their fucking shit. But
no, Timmy, I will admit, Timmy liked his weed. Timmy was a jokester. Timmy liked to clown around. Timmy had a hard time sleeping, so he would take a Xanax to sleep. I do know that.
Yeah, and again, that's understandable when you're dealing with grief and shit, especially. You know, you've got to have a little something to take that edge off for you to be able to sleep and to cope. I mean, they prescribed my mother Xanax shortly before my father passed away, because he had Alzheimer's and he was driving all of us a little batshit crazy. And so they prescribed her Xanax to help her cope with it. So.
And Timmy loved kids. I have pictures of Timmy holding babies. And if you look at his Facebook page, he says on his Facebook page how he wanted to have kids. He wanted to buy a house this coming year. I mean, wasn't like Timmy didn't want a future.
Exactly. And he had the whole world going for him. I mean, he had the great job and everything. And the thing that really touched me is the video of him walking out there by his brother's grave saying, "One day I want to lay next to him." That really touched my heart. And Timmy was a real lovable guy. He was, you could tell just by the pictures how jovial he was, how much of a jokester he was. And his friends loved this boy to death. And they are do or die for him, and that they're all demanding justice for him, because they know that this is not a case where he just got high, passed out, and went to sleep and died. I mean, like I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out.
If you look on that GoFundMe, there's one of his friends from Florida put a post on there and said that he was in a bad place one time mentally, and Timmy helped him.
Even if Timmy was addicted to drugs, he did not deserve to be unalive. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody deserves that. Even if Timmy was mentally disabled, mentally challenged, or depressed, or druggy, or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely um did not deserve. This is some messed up foul shit, and the police is covering this up big time. He didn't deserve this. And she deserves justice. She deserves answers. For real. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up, man. I hate when parents go through this. Breaks my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he was
Wow.
definitely one of a kind. I mean, I've gone and I've looked at his Facebook page because I do that in cases where I'm
Yeah, me
investigating and
too.
trying to come up with answers. And
Mm-hmm. You got their
he was
Facebook.
a real fun-loving spirit. He was the type that I honestly would have liked to have hung out with.
I've had so many people contact me and tell me the good things that Timmy has done for them.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a shame that he was taken way too soon from everyone, honestly. And that's why we got to fight, guys. We've got to fight to get Timmy the justice that he deserves. We cannot let Timmy's death be in vain. We need to change things and make him possibly be the spark that sets off an explosion of change in Fredericktown, in Madison County, where these cases don't go uninvestigated, where people die and it doesn't automatically get marked as suicide going forward. We've got to make that change, and I would like to see Timmy's case be the spark that sets that off.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just wish, if you look at them videos of Timmy dancing and walking and jamming on his music and jamming in the car, he was just so, I don't even know how to explain it, outgoing and happy.
Yeah.
That's the way he was. Well, when his brother died, he did get a little depressed. He was down. He was hurting over his brother, which is understandable.
Well, yeah, obviously. Because him and Michael were pretty close.
Yeah.
They were thick as thieves, as they say. So I completely understand that. It's like losing your best friend. So
That's sad.
I get why he would
And
be
he
so
lost
depressed.
his
Hell, when
brother?
I lost my dad, I
Dang.
went through a period where I didn't handle the grief the way I should. I'll be the first to admit that. I threw myself into my channel. I still haven't fully processed the grief. I just throw myself into work so that I don't have to deal with the grief. So, but that's not the healthy way to deal with it.
Yeah. I was still grieving my son Michael when Timmy came up missing. So sometimes I feel like I'm fighting to find out what happened to Timmy so much. Am I really not honoring my son Michael because I've been fighting so much trying to find out what happened to Timmy? And it's not that I love Michael any less than Timmy. It's just that I know what happened to Michael. I know where he is. The unknown of not knowing what happened to him is overwhelming, to be honest.
2 boys a year.
And I don't understand why, okay, we found his body. Let's just finish the investigation. Then let's find out why somebody checked in on his phone. I don't understand why they don't just move forward with that. But
yeah,
when I talked to the FBI after his body was found, they told me that Jeff Johnson called him and told him there's no reason to do anything with that phone now. We found his body. I said, but we still haven't found the phone.
That's bullshit. We need to know where that phone's at, because if it's in a separate place from where Timmy's body was found, that's going to really lean towards foul play. And I think that's part of the reason why they're not wanting to fucking do it, is because they don't want to dirty their hands with it. They don't want it to be, they don't want to investigate it. They don't want it to be foul play, because then they've got to really do some work. And that's the problem.
And they're busy. They told me they got more cases than Timmy. They're busy.
And the thing is with that check-in, that is so suspicious, because to me, what I'm seeing is someone did that check-in about 3 weeks after Timmy went missing. To me, it looks like they were trying to cover something up and make it look like, oh, well, Timmy was still out there. He was checking in March. He's not dead. Nothing happened to Timmy.
Wow.
That looks like someone trying to cover their tracks.
Right. And it's exactly 1 day from a month of Timmy being missing. Timmy came up missing February 28th, and that check-in is March 27th.
Yeah.
And then they were smart enough to realize they messed up and got back on there and took it off. Because if you go to Timmy's Facebook page now, it's gone.
Really?
And I showed the highway patrol that.
Yeah. I mean, well, shit. I mean, how many lives have we done on this case just to light enough fire under their ass to put out a half-ass effort to search for Tim? And now I guess we're going to have to do it again to try to get justice for Timmy now that he's been found. But, you know, we don't have answers. We need answers. We need to know what happened to him. And that's why we need to get this second autopsy done, guys. I mean,
has she got the second autopsy done yet?
It's sad that family members have to shell out $5,000 out of their fucking pockets so that they can get the right answers that they need. But it's happened, you know, at least 2 times there that I know of, and now we're looking at a 3rd time that it's going to take an independent autopsy to get the proper answers and to try to get some sense of justice for Timmy.
And the thing is, I'm probably going to have to sell my house to do it if I don't get it. I'm going to, because I cannot sleep at night and not know what happens to me. I've been having actually nightmares over the whole thing anymore.
Yeah, but Timmy wouldn't want you to give your house up either.
Well, if it's going to help me sleep and know what happened to him, it'd be worth it.
Really?
See, guys, I really don't want Barb to have to give up her house. You know, I'm begging you, even if it's just 10.
And what did it say?
$10.
Can you say what it said or no?
Help out. Do what you can, guys.
Is it out here yet?
This lady's already been through hell. She spent months living in front of a courthouse to try to get them to look for her son. And now she's on the verge of having to sell everything she owns just so she can get an independent autopsy done on her son to try to get him the justice that he deserves.
All I want is just that for them to find out what happened to him. I don't think that's asking for too much.
Oops, sorry.
Hold on a second. My buddy Levi, he's one of my team members. I'm going to drop a link and see if he can come up. But he said something that he may be able to help you out, Barbara. Give me just a minute. I'm going to drop that link for Levi.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Levi, if you want to come up, it would be greatly appreciated. Anything you can do to help Barb out, because like I said, we've been to hell and back with each other on this case. And if you can help her out, it's definitely appreciated. Yeah. Let's see here. That GoFundMe isn't working. I don't know why it isn't. Let me go to it real quick because it pulled up for me. Hold on. Yeah, it should be working. Let me try it again.
You did? You be doing that.
Hopefully Levi's still here and he can come up.
Wow, Arctic Fox. I want to put that up there. Hold on. Where's that comment at? So Arden Fox helped her pay for the second autopsy, and he put $100K towards it out of his own pocket. Okay? Shout out to Arden Fox. And let me just say something. This is not his first time doing things like this. Arden Fox puts out money out of his own pocket and has paid for autopsies. You did that for somebody else, I remember. You did that for another case. I remember because we was talking about another case and we was doing it together. You paid for it. And he does this a lot. He does this a lot. And God is truly going to bless you. You have a heart of gold. So shout out to Arden Fox. Not many is like that, honey.
I'm up here in a minute, but yeah, I mean, we definitely don't want you to have to sell your house.
Well, I talked to Holly from the state attorney's office, and I called her again today because I talked to her yesterday.
You put 10K reward for summer wealth
if
safe
I said
return.
anything to you about what she had told me, and she told me that she is getting
the
runaround herself.
I never worked that.
You were telling me how you were talking to the senator and everything, and she can't even get answers. They're giving her the runaround, and you know, that's crazy. And she's the type of person that should be able to make the changes that are needed there. But it's going to take work.
Very, very nice woman. She's been great to me, but she did talk to me yesterday for a while, and she said, I'm going to make some phone calls. I'll call you back. She called me back. She said, Barb, I don't know what to do. I'm getting the runaround too. And then Jeff Johnson got on me when I went to see him and told me that he doesn't want me getting on these live podcasts, making it sound like he's not doing his job. Well, to me, he's not doing his job if he's not finishing it.
Exactly. And quite honestly, who cares what they want? You know, no one wants to be called out for not doing their damn job. But unfortunately, that's the breaks, guys. You don't do your job, I'm going to call you out every single time. And it's not just you. You're not my only target. I've done it in Ohio. I've done it plenty of places, and I'm going to continue to do it every time a kid goes missing, a person goes missing, and you don't want to take the time to do your goddamn job.
Well, at this point, I have been told that I should be worried about what happens to me. So if anything happens to me, I just want you guys to know what's going on.
He is not playing.
We're definitely worried about you. Hey, Levi.
That's right.
Hello. Can you hear me?
What idea did you have?
Well, how much more is needed?
Let me take a look real quick.
What's the GoFundMe? I have some.
They're at $1,575 right now.
$1,575, and how much does she need?
She needs $5,000 altogether to do the independent autopsy.
Okay. Let me do my magic here, and I'll reach out to some other bigger creators and get them to at least do some stuff on some other social media stuff.
Thank you.
And when does this have to be done by?
Hey, how much time do you have left? You've got less than a week, don't you, Barb?
Wednesday, they said they're releasing Timmy's body. The only way they're going to keep his body is if I pay them $50 a day.
What?
Okay, so we do have some time then, because you have 1,500, right? So we do have some time to be able to get this, but I'll reach out to some people.
Let me write that name down. Jeffrey.
What town is this in?
This is Fredericktown, Missouri.
What's it close to?
Jeffrey Johnson.
Popper. Well, I don't know. Popper Bluff.
What's like a bigger city? Like how far from Kansas City or St. Louis?
It's 55 minutes from Popper Bluff. It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours, and because I'm going there, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes from St. Louis, from where I live.
All right, south or west?
Oh, south.
South. Okay.
Yeah, Levi is the brains behind this operation. He's one of the. I couldn't do what I do without him.
Thank you, Levi.
And he's a valuable member of the team. All of my team members are valuable, and we all bring different assets to the table. I'm the mouth that likes to call everyone out. So.
That's what we love about you, though.
You need that sometimes.
Yeah,
you gotta
sorry
call
for your
motherfuckers
loss
out.
here.
That's right, Arctic
I
Fox.
don't know much about the case because I know Arctic's been covering it, and I know he's been
That's what I need.
invested with you because
team over
we
here.
talk and converse behind the scenes about
I like that.
cases and about what's going on and to help one another.
Thank you.
I will get caught up here in it, and we'll talk, Arctic, after probably tomorrow, and come up with a plan and figure out how we're going to do this. And,
Me too, Katie. I just wrote it down.
We'll dig into our pockets and get some donations going.
Absolutely. Really, Arctic Fox?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to.
Well, I don't need no team, but I do fine by myself. But I like how you run stuff by people like that. Like they got the knowledge. Like Katie, I'll run stuff by her because she got certain knowledge that I don't got. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like that.
Was wrong. I mean, I physically felt sick. I knew.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, she was crying out on Facebook, begging anyone to cover Timmy's story, and no one had touched his story. Even the local press wasn't covering the story. And I did a video on Timmy, and it just took off from there. And now she's part of the family. So even after this is all resolved with Tim and everything, you know, Barbara will always be part of the family, and she knows she's got my number that she can call me at any time. So.
Aww.
Yeah.
You have to be okay a lot.
Oh yeah. I know I've been doing this with some other missing people's families too. So it's
right.
We'll get something figured out here and quickly.
Right. That right there,
I have a couple ideas already in mind.
As long as they doing
Arctic
it
probably
right
knows what I'm talking about, but
that's
we will
that's
do
the
it
word
off
I
of
meant to
here
say. Collaborating,
and,
not team.
Well, Timmy's dad told me
by myself.
Timmy's dad told me to give me till October 1st, and then yesterday I got a phone call saying from the funeral home.
So Timmy's dad told her that she had till October 1st, and then she gets that call yesterday from the funeral home saying she has till Wednesday unless she pays $50 a day to keep Timmy in storage. And so we've got to get on this.
So ASAP. Let me say something. Hold on. Let me pause this for a minute.
There, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know they can do that. They would just release his body unless you pay $50 a day. What the hell? And what they gonna do? So they'll just bury him in their little, you know what they do. Them people, the police people, you know what I'm saying? Do what they do to his body unless you give them $50 a day. What kind of mess is this? I didn't know they do that. I thought they will hold him as long as they can for a family member. Oh, they was going to release him to his dad. I'm seeing that they're separated. I could tell from that, the mom and the dad. Yeah, but she wants to release for him. But even though, why would they make her pay $50 a day? No, you're limited time. You're limited time, really. Ah, wow. I didn't know that. Interesting. So I learn something new every day.
All right, I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna look at some stuff. Does the link work now for the GoFundMe or no? Not yet.
That's different.
Yeah, it should be working. There was only one person that said that there was a problem with it, but it should be working. I'll drop it in the chat again. Hold on a second.
Well,
Yeah,
when you're done, send it, put it in our group
I
chat,
guess.
and
Yeah.
then
I will.
I'll
And then
go and
I'll edit the description of the live and leave it in the description of the
Because
live
it's a
too.
funeral home.
yeah.
Thank
And
you,
they don't
thank you,
have
thank you. I can't thank you enough.
unlimited
Yep.
storage for
I'm
bodies
gonna
and
get to work on it right now while you guys are still live, and I'm gonna reach out to some other creators that I know that can at least do a live and at least put it up there and get things rolling for you. So
All right, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
yep, no problem.
Venomous, I hope
Thank you.
you get
Bye.
yeah, no problem. Venomous, I hope you get to feeling better. That COVID is nothing to mess with, and I pray that your son's going to get through it okay too. You know, I've been fortunate so far, so good. I think I may have had it once, but if I did, it was a mild case of it. So far, I've been lucky.
Oh, my sister got it really bad, and her husband got it, and so did her son. They had nothing. You wouldn't even know they had it. No symptoms.
That's the thing. It affects everyone differently. It can hit some people and they won't show any signs, won't even know they've got it. And some people, it puts them right on their deathbed. That's the crazy.
Oh, my sister thought she's going to die. Went to the doctor. They tested her son and her husband. They both had it. No symptoms at all.
Wow. And like I said, I've lost 5 friends from it.
Oh,
so,
my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so, yeah, and
I'm
with
so
me
sorry,
being
Alex.
compromised, I gotta be super careful that I protect myself. So,
I still wear my mask.
So we are going to work on this for sure. Like I said, our team, we've got a great team, and
everywhere I go,
you know,
wear my mask.
We get things done. We work behind the scenes, and we've got a lot of resources that we can reach out to. So hopefully we can get you where you need to be. And if not, I may have to just personally dig into my own personal savings. So,
oh, Thomas, I can sell my houses. I really don't want to live here anymore anyway.
Well, we don't want you to have to sell your house. If you sell your house, I want you to use that money to get you into a better place to live, but not to have to pay for your son's autopsy. So, you know, we're all here for you. We've all cried with you. We've all been here from day one of me covering this for the most part. And
I got other people going to cover it for me too. There's some news channels that are contacted me today, and
good.
Lawless Files and a few others, because Jeff told me not to. I don't care. What are they going to do? Kill me?
Exactly. Venomous, the best thing you can do, if you can donate 5 or 10 to the GoFundMe, that'd be great. If you can't afford to do that, you know, share the live out, share it on every platform you can. Let people be aware of the situation that's going on. You know, getting the word out helps quite a bit. If it hadn't been for y'all getting the word out about all the corruption going on and them not trying to find Timmy, he'd probably still be laying in the field somewhere. So.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, they had that flood right after we found Timmy. Thank you, Lord, that we found him, because if they would have had that flood before they found him, we probably wouldn't have found Timmy. You know that Fredericktown got flooded a few days after we found Timmy.
Oh, I know. That was
answered prayers. I believe that.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, Venomous, I know you share everything. You are a very loyal subscriber, and I appreciate everything you do. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, we're all praying for you, Barb. And we're going to do everything we can to get you these funds that you need to get this autopsy done. And I really appreciate you coming on once again to tell your story so that we can get the information out there, so that we can try to get Timmy the justice that he needs. And you know that you have an open platform on my channel anytime. So even if it's just that you want to come on here to talk about changes that need to be made, problems that you're seeing, you always have a place here.
Thank you. Well, changes we need is definitely that law of catch and release. And they are having a benefit in Jeff City on September the 12th, which is my sister's birthday. I will be there with my signs for justice and we wanted to get that law. Jesse's mom, remember Jesse?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Her mother and I have been talking, and we would like to get a law made. It's called Timmy and Jesse's Law, to get that changed, the catch and release program. Because if you look, and there's so many people that are getting arrested with drugs over and over and over, and they're just getting released back out on the streets. It's crazy.
Absolutely. It's insane. You know, like I said, we've got to come to some type of happy medium. I don't want people caught and released time after time, but I don't want them to, you know, go to jail for the rest of their life for smoking a joint either. You know, we've got
right. That's crazy. They did the murder.
Oh, I know.
The murders.
I know. I get what you're saying, but like I said, we've got to come to a happy medium somewhere, is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that.
And Venomous says after he gets over whatever's going on, he is going to get physically involved. So that, yeah, Venomous is a very loyal subscriber to the channel. He does help me out with a lot of these cases, getting them out there for people to see. So
thank you. All of you guys have been such a blessing to me. Thank you so much. I don't even have words to express how grateful that I am for all of you.
Well, we're happy to be here for you. I'm honored to have been a part of Timmy's case from the beginning, and I'm happy that we may be able to finally get him the justice that he needs and everything. And so once again, I thank you for coming on. You know, you've got my number. You can call anytime. And we're going to try to get you that money. So,
all right. I love you, and I'm praying
so nice
for you.
of
you. We
for
love
you. Fast healing.
Well, we love you too, Barb. And like I said, you're welcome here anytime.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye. So, guys, that's what we need. We need to get this woman the $5,000 that she needs. You know, and Venomous, I know what you mean about the COVID pills and shit. Hell, they're selling freaking gabapentin as a street drug now. So it's crazy. It's a wild world that we live in now. But guys, we've been on here for an hour. I didn't plan to do this live tonight, but when Barbara called me last night and told me what was going on and everything, I was like, yep, I'm gonna set up a live, and we're gonna get your story out, and we're gonna get you that money that you need. So, guys, I do thank you all for tuning in and being here tonight. Please share the video out, share the live out. If you can give to that GoFundMe, you know, even $5 or $10, you know, it goes a long ways, guys. And you know, as I close it out every single time, don't put it out here, Venomous. Send it to me. Send it to me in my email. Or if you're in my group, send me a friend request and send it to me there. Because I don't want you putting your number out on social media.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think it'll let you put your number in the chat anyway. Yeah, I just need, I need to get this woman the help that she needs. Like I said, she's family now. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Y'all just be kind to one another out there. And I will see you real soon in either a live, but definitely in my videos, as you all know.
You did really good, Arctic Fox, like always. Damn. Wow. And she's still not getting the help that she needs. Still not getting the help that she needs. And I know she said that a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken, or let me know if I'm wrong. A lawyer told her if he was her, he would leave this alone before she wind up DEAD. So that right there tells you law enforcement have touched this case. For a lawyer to tell you that, or an investigator, I think it was an investigator or a lawyer, one of them said to her, because she was trying to get help. And they said, if I was you, I don't want to wind up there. Like, I would leave this alone before you wind up deceased, unalived, basically. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And I was like, oh, wow, that's the mission right there. It was one of the investigators. Mm. So it sounds like these investigators, they know what's up. They know that they're not going to help because number one, they know that law enforcement got their hand allegedly. Let me put my disclaimer up. Law enforcement allegedly might have something to do with this. Um, and they probably was told not to touch this case. Also, I want to say the friends, the best friends, where the hell they go? And where are they? One of them, somebody got his phone. Somebody likes Facebook a lot. And who likes Facebook a lot? These young teenagers, these young bucks. They like Facebook a lot. They like to play on Facebook. Or I don't know about this cat. Like, I'm so confused still about this case because it's a lot I don't know. I'm definitely going to look at some other stuff on this case because I have a lot of questions. I have millions of questions about this case. So I'm definitely going to look into it. But I did start pretty late today, guys, and I wanted to show y'all another video, but we're going to have to do a part 2 because I have to get I have to get a live ready for some stuff ready for tomorrow. But I did want to show y'all another video on this case where another person was talking about this. And she actually mentioned it to Arthur Fox, who the person was, when she said there's such and such talking about this case. Mark Fullins. Hold on, I'm writing it down now. Yeah, I could, Katie. This thing is in the way. ERTE. I'm gonna look into that. I wrote the name down, so I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all another person that was talking about this, and where you can see, I seen a little bit of it, then I stopped it because I wanted to watch it with you guys. But you can see her talking to the officer, and you can see some like a lot of stuff. But it might be really really long too, so we could do a part two on this case. But let me show you the shoe. Matter of fact, let's go to the. So that's the shoe. Oh, sorry. Can you see? Yeah. Can you see it, Katie? So that was Timmy Dee's shoe that they found. I'm pretty sure there's more pictures of his clothing and stuff like that. And I want to take a look at that as well on the next video. This is a strange case, and it's frustrating, it's strange. It has me to ask a lot of questions. Um, it's just, yeah, I'm really definitely gonna have to take a look at a lot of things with this. This was a reaction video, so I didn't want to go too deep and peek into Artie Fox's interview and stuff, and because it's a reaction video, so everything that I react to is for real. It wasn't fake. Like, oh my god, like that was real reactions. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a part two. There are more stuff, right? Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Let me see something. This is the group that they have. That's Tim and his mom. That's, they look just like each other. Look just like each other. But yeah. So it's sad. She fighting hard for her baby boy. And then she lost another son a year ago, a year before that. Damn. It's a lot. I mean, I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? I can't even imagine what she's going through. But I wouldn't even want to feel that pain, and I have kids. It's very unfair what they're doing to her. And then for them to say to her, well, wouldn't it be better for you to just not know, like if he was just not hurt at all? Like if he just bumped his head and fell out, or, like, come on now. Something happened to this young man. He made a 911 phone call. He was in fear for his life. This is horrible. But y'all, thank y'all for joining Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama, Real Life Crimes. Tomorrow I have your one and only Arctic Fox, and I have Unsolved, who is another content creator who I had on here before. And when I had him and Arctic Fox on here before, joined forces, I remember Katie was one of them. She loved it. So I'm bringing them back. Okay. Hold on, sending you something. Okay. I'm bringing them back. All right. And they're gonna talk about some cases that they've been working on. And I'm gonna talk about some cases I've been working on, and we're gonna put it all together, and we're gonna give you guys uh hold on. Okay, I got it, Arctic. So let me show y'all this. Oh wow. Okay, that's his wallet. And look at that. Wait a minute. Is that a bank card? Yes, sure is. So he wasn't robbed. I'm gonna check him. Yeah, I saw a teeny bit, Katie, and I told you that was gonna happen. So he wasn't robbed. Interesting. His bank card. Huh. Okay. Yep, sure wasn't robbed. Got his money there. Bank cards, ID, protection. At least we know he used protection. Shit. What is that? Dirt or blood? And what about fingerprints? But of course, when you are working with corrupt, this case is going to be very hard to get done. It's sorry to say that, but it sucks, man. You know what I mean? Just effed up, messed up big time. Damn. It looks like dirt. Yeah, dirt. He definitely wasn't robbed. His money is there. His bank card is there. This was. I can't even say how it was, because I was gonna say this could have been personal or just spiteful. Like, I don't know, because I don't know the case. I have to look into a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. 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 Wow. Oh. Mm. That's a shame, y'all. I don't know why. And you know what? It makes sense now, because I keep saying to myself and I keep saying to y'all, why do police do what they do? They got a badge and stuff. They went to school for law. It does make sense. they're psychopath murderers. So that's why they went to school. That's why they went to law school. That's why they became a cop. So they can get away with what they're doing with a badge. Do that make sense to y'all? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Because they figured, oh, I'm an officer of the law. I am untouchable. These monsters, these cop monsters, are mass murders. I can't even say because I don't know YouTube bullshit guidelines, but they are out doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Right, they are about RN, human trafficking, people. They're out unaliving. And I say to myself, why? Why would they get they're supposed to protect us. They're the law. Why would they get a badge? Damn, Brooklyn, that's why. Because they feel like they're untouchable. So they either become a lawyer, a police officer, a judge, sheriff. I can't take artifacts. I'm sorry, y'all. He just threw me off with that. I did not expect that. I can't. Artifacts, I love him. He be keeping it 100. I know they fucking guidelines, right? You can't say this, you can't say that. I'm not even monetizing. I still gotta watch what I say, right? Because they're haters, right? They be doing shit to my channel and stuff. Yeah, they be stalking, watching, and then doing shit to my channel. That's how I got demonetized the first time. Oh God, I can't. Audit Fox. Demonetize me, unmonetize me. Huge, yeah, I can't. Well, we left with a laughter because that shit was hilarious just now. If I could laugh louder, I would have, but Dave is knocked out sleep. Because that shit had me, I didn't expect that. That just was Audit Fox system. That's my boo. That is my boo right there. I can't wait to have you on with Unsolved tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta get this thumbnail and stuff ready too. Y'all, thank y'all for joining so much. It was a little later today, but it's okay. You know, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to share this video. We're gonna do a part two. Definitely. We could do a part two next week, actually. I'll start the thumbnail maybe tomorrow and put it out for next week. All right. So I love you guys. I adore you guys. And be safe and get a good night's sleep. Peace out. And keep the prayers to the family because they need it. You know what I mean? They definitely, definitely need it. And Miss Barbara needs prayers for sure. And I hope she gets the answers that she needs. Okay. Good night.